All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
Yo, what's up, WeBook It fam? This is your boy, Big Daddy C, coming back at you with another episode of the All Elite Recap Show, where we're breaking down all things related to the All Elite Dynamite show. We had a little break last week, and so now I'm back at it, back at you strong. That didn't sound right. Back at you strong. Yeah, gotta pause that one. But no, All In is over. It was one hell of a pay-per-view. It was a couple weeks ago. I watched the whole pay-per-view, like the replay of it. But yeah, it was sensational. Arguably the best pay-per-view of any promotion this year so far. So yeah, kicking off the show, we had Hangman Adam Page made his way out to the ring. He was facing Wheeler Yuta. He made it clear that he was going to make Wheeler Yuta pay for what the Death Riders did to Colt Cabana on Collision. They attacked Colt Cabana, choked him out with a chain link. So that's pretty much what went down in the Collision. During this match, Yuta held his own. He started off strong, but eventually he was overwhelmed by Hangman Adam Page, who will seal the win with the buckshot lariat. During this match, he did Hangman did threaten to hang Yuta with the chain, but stopped short, telling a bleeding Yuta that the Death Riders did not care enough to save him. That's pretty much how that ended there. Let me see here. There was a backstage segment where MJF interrupted Renee Paquette's opening interview with Hangman to try to get the champion into a title match. Let me see here. I forgot to mention that before the match, Yuta did attack Hangman during his entrance and choked him out. But obviously we know that Yuta did not win the match afterwards. Next up we had our tag team eliminator tournament. FTR versus JetSpeed. A lot of back and forth between these two teams. But ultimately, Dax will stack up Kevin Knight and grab Stokely halfway his crutch for leverage to get the 3 count. After the match, Tony Schiavone would interview an injured half the way until Cope would arrive, basically announcing a business deal that he made with the Hurt Syndicate, who would essentially proceed to beat the brawl with FTR and just kick their asses. This is due to the fact that Cope is not allowed to come anywhere within the vicinity or 100-some feet of FTR and Hathaway himself. So he basically made a deal to have somebody else do it. And what better way to do it, than to have the Hurt Syndicate, who are pretty much in the business of hurting people. I think this did kind of give like a little preview to a rivalry between the Hurt Syndicate and FTR. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that, and if Cope is still going to have any more involvement, with this for the foreseeable future. I would not mind if we see a 6-man tag match with the Hurt Syndicate and Cope versus FTR and whoever of their choosing. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Next up, we had, let me see here. We had another backstage segment, basically Nick Wayne announcing that the matriarchy will start a quest for dominance on Collision, showing what they could do when they are uncaged, basically taking a shot at Christian Cage, implying that, you know, he was holding them back or having them caged, not reaching their full potential. Backstage after that, there was another segment in which MJF basically was bitching about Lashley and Shelton Benjamin helping Cope deal with FTR, which pretty much got on Lashley's nerves. Lashley would essentially attack MJF, basically choked him up, had him hemmed up against the lockers, and told him, like, we ain't got to help you with shit. All right. I'm like, it's all about I. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I want your ass out this group expeditiously. And then he left, and then Shelton Benjamin was like, walked off too. And then MVP looked at him like, shook his head and walked off. So some little trouble in paradise with the Hurt Syndicate. So will MJF's time with them be done already? We shall see in the weeks to come in regards to that. Moving on, Will Ospreay did confirm his neck injury that he suffered at the hands of the Death Riders during the World Heavyweight Championship match between Adam Page and John Moxley. Ospreay did come out there to assist Hangman during this match. How my laptop? Okay, hold on. Just a moment. Gotta go get my laptop charger. I didn't think my laptop was not charged all this time, so I will be back. Just a moment. Anything can and will happen on this show, ladies and gentlemen. It's the joys of dealing with Big Daddy C. Anything can and will happen on any of our shows. Whether it's this show, Raw Dog Monday, SmackDown, Lowdown, Hold Down, Throw It Around. I'm not going to say who's next on NXT because Mike or Virgil controls that show. But yeah, and then obviously Sunday Night Pod, anything will happen. But no, back at you. Sorry for that little slight distraction there. But yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, so Ospreay, pretty much got injured. His neck got injured because they put a chair around. Death Riders put a chair around his neck, stomped him. I believe it was Claudio Castagnoli who did that to him. But yeah, he says he's going to be dealing with a neck injury. Well, he is dealing with a neck injury and expects to return at Forbidden Door. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when he does return and who he's going to target from the Death Riders. I believe it more than likely will be Claudio Castagnoli. So we'll see what happens with that. After the promo, Swerve Strickland will come out there to hug Ospreay. So that was a pretty heartwarming moment there. There was a vignette. How do you say that damn word? Julia Hart, Blue Sky, and Tekla delivered a dramatic warning that they will be taking over AEW. Willow Nightingale also had her response to that video with a challenge for Tekla. Also, Ricochet and GOA advised that they were reinvesting their $200,000 won last week into aspirations of capturing some gold in AEW. Next up, we had a championship eliminator match. Timeless Toni Storm versus Billie Starkz. Billie nearly caught Toni Storm multiple times in this match for a near fall, but the champion used a crossface chicken wing to force a submission. I'm hearing sounds, y'all, so it's throwing me the fuck off, and it sounds like it's my cat, who I'm trying not to yell at right now, but it's all good. We're gonna get back to this. After the match, Starkz would blast Storm with her Women's World Championship. Athena beat her down. As she prepared to sign the championship contract, Alex Windsor arrived to make the save. And so looks like we getting Athena versus Toni Storm. This match is going to be pretty solid. We know Athena and Toni Storm go back to their NXT days during the Black and Gold era. And so it's good to see them doing their thing on AEW together, and more developed, more seasoned veterans in the business. Next up, let me see here. Got my notes and stuff. Oh yeah, next up we got Swerve Strickland versus Hechicero. Swerve found a way to counter pretty much every major offensive move that Hechicero would throw at him. As Swerve prepared to seal the win, Lance Archer and Josh Alexander would come out there to cause a disqualification. Brody King and Bandito arrived to send the others packing. Okada will come out there, use a distraction to blast Swerve with a chair. But Swerve eventually fought back and sent them running. And so yeah, this is a good match that can run his back down the line. Hopefully without many interferences from other parties. But we'll see what happens, because the Don Callis family never goes away. So we'll see what happens at Forbidden Door. It looks like we're going to have some good, solid matches lined up. AEW might be making a good run with some pay-per-views going on. Go from All In to Forbidden Door, have two fire pay-per-views back to back. It could be a good ass run. So we'll see what happens. Next up, let me see. We had MJF refusing to fight Mark Briscoe, and then ultimately Mark Briscoe will end up facing Claudio Castagnoli, which was our main event. Earlier, after the earlier altercation between MJF and Bobby Lashley, MJF basically said he did not need Bobby Lashley to get back his AEW Men's World Championship. Mark Briscoe would eventually interrupt to challenge MJF. MJF refused and made it clear that Briscoe was not worth his time. Unlike his brother Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe would eventually run off MJF ahead of his match. He refused to fight Mark Briscoe, not Claudio Castagnoli. If I happen to imply that, I do apologize. During this match, Claudio Castagnoli wore down Mark Briscoe, but a distracting appearance from Darby Allin turned the tide, which would eventually lead to Briscoe catching Claudio Castagnoli with the roll-up for the 3. After the match, Jon Moxley came out there and led a beat down on Mark Briscoe before calling out Adam Page. Adam Page would eventually come out there and declare that he will fight Jon Moxley next week for the world title with everyone banned from ringside. This was how the show ended. Pretty solid show. Nothing too crazy. I feel like once we get closer to the pay-per-views, mainly Forbidden Door, that's when things really gonna start kicking up with a lot of the chaos. And so we'll see what happens. But the main focal point of this show, it seems like, is that there is trouble in paradise with the Hurt Syndicate and MJF. They can mend things over the next few weeks, or if this may indeed be the end of MJF with the Hurt Syndicate. So this has been your All Elite Recap show. This is your boy Big Daddy C signing out. Thanks for all who's going to be watching this episode. Once it gets loaded to YouTube, I will be also setting up the live stream for Twitch as well. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Virgil will be taking a break over the next 3 to 4 weeks. He's getting ready. Him and his wife are due their son. Their son is getting ready to be born soon, so they're preparing for that. And obviously, need some time to get used to, the son being here. And so he will be taking time away from the pod. So I will be spearheading the pod for a little bit, basically in charge of producing the show for Sunday, mainly Sundays, but also, the other shows throughout the week. Also being helped, with some of the other guys, Coach, Fritos, and Tank. And so just, bear with us. We know Virgil is, he holds a special place in our hearts, especially the heart of the podcast. And so, but, life be lifing. And, this is a good thing about life be lifing. There's someone getting ready to start their life, come into life, so love it. Got a new nephew on the way. Nephew of the pod, per se. But yeah, so stay tuned. We got a lot coming for you. We trying to find every way we can to improve and just, be as creative as we can on each of these shows, mainly the Sunday show. So I'll be looking into that, looking into finding different things, create new segments as well. And so yeah, just we thank you for your support that you've been giving us this far, and all the support that you will give us in the future. Keep on sharing, subscribing to all their socials, YouTube, everything. So once again, Big Daddy C signing out. Catch y'all probably, won't be tomorrow because I got Tank's bachelor's weekend this weekend, so I will be with him for that, as I am the best man. We're going to be in St. Louis, so there should be some fun. So, but I'll still be doing stuff behind the scenes, at least uploading stuff to, the YouTube and everything, getting stuff, live stream on Twitch. So I'll have my laptop with me, but yeah, so yeah, just keep on supporting. And last but not least, keep those booking pencils sharp and keep on booking. Peace out, y'all.